This offseason for the Sixers got a lot more, and you can through than popcorn. So I guess it got a lot more entertaining, huh? You think this is entertaining? You think Joel Embiid trolling us, Daryl Morey, not being able to put together a legitimate roster is entertaining? Interesting. I don't like you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Football. Let's talk about that real quick. So obviously today, you have the big news in Philadelphia, besides the fact of what happened. And this is the point. Like, we had a great weekend, right? And then you wake up this morning and then you have the fucking Joel Embiid news. So I'm gonna pull it up here. This is from, of course, our boy RB Sports Talk with RB. Does a great job, especially with the Sixers. So I'm gonna put up the video here, and then we're gonna listen.
What is in Philly is, everywhere else, I just want to have a chance.
Here we go.
Hurt your brain, but what can we look forward from Joel Embiid? Hurt your brain, but what can we look forward from Joel Embiid?
I just want to win a championship. Whatever it takes. I don't know where that's going to be, whether it's in Philly or, everywhere else. I just want to have a chance to accomplish that. I want to see what it feels like to win that first one, and then you can think about, the next one. It's not easy, but, it takes more than, one, 2, 3 guys. You gotta have, good people around you, and, like myself, every single day I work hard to, be at that level, so I can produce and make it happen. So every single day that's, walking towards that.
Hurt your brain.
All right, so let's react to that. So, obviously, the main thing and what drove people insane was the line where Joel Embiid goes, "I just want to win a championship, whether it's in Philly or somewhere else." So, with this offseason we've had, not knowing what the status of James Harden is either, a lot of people are a little frustrated, and a lot of people have obviously believe that this team has regressed. How can you not think that? So, when Joel Embiid goes into this interview, I don't know what this interview is for. I don't know why he's. I guess he's an NBA player, so just doing his offseason rounds. So when Joel Embiid goes on there and he says that he wants to win a championship, whether it be in Philly or that part is what set things up in Philly fans' heads. What do you mean or? Do you want to leave? Do you want out? Be honest with us. Do you want out of Philadelphia? This is the honest reaction of all Sixers fans. Because we're hurt. We've been buying all the bullshit from the Sixers organization year after year. We still have yet to get out of the Eastern Conference second round. Not even the Eastern Conference, the second round. We have failed to get out of there. The roster construction center. We're about to play 5 centers. It's going to be Tyrese Maxey with Paul Reed at the 2, PJ Tucker at the 3. We're going to have Montrezl Harrell at the 4 and Joel Embiid at the 5. That's going to be your starting lineup next year. I'm obviously kidding, but there's no wing depth. There's no spacing. This roster's garbage. Considering what Miami looks like, what Milwaukee looks like, Boston looks like this is terrible. Sixers fans are upset right now. We have nothing. And then, of course, today they signed Petrusev and Tubeless, and now we have 5 centers on the roster. That's 2-way deals, but still. I don't know what the Sixers team is going to do. But the state of our fan base is just going down and down and down. I would not be surprised come wintertime if people are tuning into the Flyers over the Sixers. Because the one thing about Philadelphia is we want to win, but we also don't want to get fed bullshit. And we know how to read right through bullshit. And if the Sixers are going to feed us that bullshit, well, we've sat through a process before. We bitched about it, but we'll do it again. We'll sit through the Flyers and not watch you. You can't expect this fan base to sit through months and months of regular season basketball just to lose in the second round again. You can't expect us to do that. That's just ignorant. Just flat out ignorant. Dylan says it's all James Harden's fault. I don't know if I can just point the finger at one person. I think it's James Harden's fault to the extent where I don't think he gave his full effort in the game 7. And also, too, like he just gave up on all this. He was a part of the reason why we lost. And it's that whole accountability thing. And that's another thing that's pissing us off with the Joel Embiid as well. It's the whole accountability thing. We lost that series. And we got these dudes blaming other players. Instead of taking the accountability, instead of understanding that they were part of the problem and improving upon it this offseason. They're not doing that. That's part of the frustrations here with the Sixers as well. This roster looks terrible, man. Summer League just ended for the Sixers. You got some prospects. Tre'Quavion Smith really has intrigued me. Now, I'm not going to go as far as saying he could start in this league yet, but I would like to see what he can do, especially come training camp time. He definitely belongs on the roster, at least it should look at. He had a fantastic Summer League. He was the best player by far in Summer League. By far. Ricky Council is another player we'll also be looking as well. Lewis King, someone I've been keeping an eye on as well, but it is going to be a mess, man. It is absolutely. And of course, we gotta wait for James Harden's situation. The James and the Dame situations are going to be interesting, and I wonder if they will kind of crisscross, if it'll interchange. But really, we have to wait to see what happens. I don't think James will play here next year. I really don't. I don't know how you can roll with it. I don't know how you can make him come here. Dude, Daryl Morey and James are supposed to be like this. If James is saying, yo, I'm done, Daryl, it's done. Straight up, it's done. It is what it is, man. I've seen some pictures, man. It looks like he's been putting on some weight again. And his metabolism is slow as shit, dude. 1 week of just Harden living, and he's back to looking like me. This body should not be playing in the NBA. All right. That's kind of what he looks like. And it's so unfortunate, man. You know what's really pisses me off about this whole situation is we vouched for James Harden. There was thousands of comments under the now deactivated TikTok account of Nets fans warning us that this would happen. And we were just clowning Nets fans like, you guys just sound bitter. You watch and see. James Harden is going to help us out. And they were right. They were right. Now, Harden did give us a good season. We did everything we possibly could for James. James did this himself. And it kind of is what it is, man. Kind of is what it is here.